Wonderful. Well, what a long weekend it was, and I hope that you profited the time to do some meaningful stuff, whether it's spend time with the family, whether you just reflected, whether you got some things that you've been wanting to do, you put some effort into some project you wanted to do, something. But you know what? Whenever we find times like that, we must always make sure that we utilize it meaningfully. Now, yesterday was the birthday. I'm still accepting gifts, if you would. I'm just joking, but I'm grateful to be alive. Let's see what's going on with Kendall in the newsroom, and then we'll come right back.
Good morning. Hypertension continues to be a major public health concern in St. Lucia, and the St. Lucia Diabetes and Hypertension Association is urging all residents to make it a habit of checking their blood pressure and to learn how to do so correctly and accurately at home.
You could be walking around with blood pressure super high and feel absolutely normal. Very often persons come to their healthcare provider for other reasons, and that's when they find out, oh wow, my blood pressure is elevated, it's high, and that's when they're diagnosed. Interesting statistics is that in 2019, according to WHO, in St. Lucia we have between the ages of 30 to 79, 4 out of every 10 persons are actually living with hypertension. If you ask me, that's very scary.
Last week, the island joined in observances to mark World Hypertension Day. The theme for the day was Measure Your Blood Pressure Accurately, Control It, Live Longer. Preparations are ramping up for a global security force to quell Haitian violence. A recent UN Human Rights Office report called for immediate and bold action to tackle what it calls a cataclysmic situation. In St. Lucia, veteran journalist Earl Bweelzfit is arguing that a diplomatic solution would be more effective than military intervention in response to the violence and political unrest.
Every war ends with a truce. Every war ends with negotiation. At the end of the day, what Haiti needs is not violence to end violence, but a political solution that will bring all the elements to the table, including the paramilitary forces that are now being described, have always been described as gangs. By calling them gangs, that helps make the case for external military intervention. But they are not gangs. They have, what you have there is a number of paramilitary groups that came together and have formed what they would like to describe as a liberation force. And they have made it absolutely clear that any occupied military force that lands in Haiti, whether from CARICOM, Kenya, United States, France, UK, or anywhere else, they will ensure that they attack them.
There seems to be agreement among most commentators that Haiti's next prime minister shoulders immense responsibilities, including restoring security, reforming the country's constitution, organizing elections, and creating a commission for truth, justice, and reparation, all in less than 2 years. Despite being the backbone of healthcare, nursing often faces financial constraints and societal undervaluation, something that the local Nurses Association is working hard to correct. The issue was brought into sharp focus earlier this month when nurses celebrated International Nurses Day under the theme, Our Nurses, Our Future, the Economic Power of Care.
This year, our focus is to improve the socio-economic welfare of our nurses. We are currently in negotiations with the government of St. Lucia to make decisions on financial and non-financial investments in nursing. In addition, we wish to partner with all business places in St. Lucia to make every nurse a permanent valued customer through the provision of year-round discounts once they remain members of the St. Lucia Nurses Association on presentation of our membership card. We are looking forward to a positive response to realize this goal on behalf of our members.
The Ministry of Health has also joined in calls for the reshaping of perceptions about the nursing profession and for recognition of the substantial economical and societal benefits that strategic investments in nursing profession or in the nursing profession can bring. The ministry also acknowledges that investing in nursing leads to improved patient outcomes, reduced healthcare costs, and a more sustainable healthcare system.
Nurses play a multifaceted role that extends far beyond the traditional realms of clinical care. While the main focus of nursing is on promoting health, preventing illness, and providing direct patient care, nurses also serve a significant economic power through contributions to the healthcare industry and society as a whole.
St. Lucia has 667 active nurses registered, which constitutes the largest group of the healthcare workers. A yearly mathematics camp is said to be registering success in addressing the perennial problem experienced by many students on the island in passing mathematics, especially at the secondary CSEC level.
But this enthusiasm has been tempered by concern that many people may not be cognizant of the importance of this event and the need to improve students' attitude, ability, and confidence in mathematics, so leading to success. If we understand how crucial a mathematically literate population is to the development of St. Lucia, then my hope is that the same fervor and excitement that we bring towards other national events will also transfer to this camp.
The 2024 edition of the camp is organized by the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Right, Kendall, as always, thank you so much. We need to take a short break. Creatives on the island, I mean, we've got to find space, to make sure that we give them that platform. I don't know if you remember the last time our guys went down to Anshasni, there was yet another artist that we found was, in need of highlighting. Ron Henry is the name.
Welcome back, St. Lucia, to DBS this morning, and I'm joined here by another spectacular artist, Ron Henry. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, thanks, sir.
All right, now, a son of Choiseul, right, the art city of St. Lucia. How does it feel to know that you are from such a culturally driven and blossoming community, and then to just champion doing such beautiful art pieces here that are renowned across the country and outside of St. Lucia?
It feels great to have my first art exhibition, official art exhibition at Anshasni Art Gallery. And just the background I have in Choiseul and many of the paintings I have, they have a few Choiseulan artisans who are well known and respected by the craft they do. So I feel proud that I can have them in this space incorporated with my artwork, working as one to showcase Choiseul and the artwork I do.
Now, could I ask, how much does Choiseul now inspire the art that you do?
Very much. For first, I would say my family from Choiseul encouraged me and supported me in the early stages and even to this day when it comes to my career choice as an artist, because they understand the amount of work and support you need to do to survive as an artist. So I'm grateful for them for that part. But also in finding models and inspiration, they were around me, and there are certain things I wanted to highlight about them, show my appreciation for their skill, and even their hands. As hard workers, right now I have a hand series, and every hand has some unique characters to it, just like a face, as a portrait. And with every hand you see on display in the paintings I created, you can see the uniqueness and probably the story of how hard this person worked to create that sense of perfection with the artwork and what they have that passion for.
Now, I myself, for those who know, I dive into a different set of art when it comes to music and videography and so on. But I always know that in the world of art, when it comes to especially fine art, visual arts, drawing, sketching, painting, illustrating hands is probably one of the hardest things that you can do. I cannot fathom or understand why as yet. I haven't attempted, so maybe that's why. But I've always been told that when it comes to illustrating hands, one of the toughest areas. So why would you choose such an area? And I mean, kudos to you, you've done an exceptional job, right? But why choose that area?
To be honest, I was encouraged by my brother-in-law. He's another artist, that's Jalim Yudovic, and my sister, his wife. So they always encouraged me to do a hand series. But in knowing hands are not too challenging, but more taking patience for putting all the details, because with the style of artwork I do realism. Well, they call it naturalism too. And when I choose like a model hand, like probably their hands, there's his hands in there, I think, on display. And if I choose you to be a model, you'll want me to put in all the veins in place and all of that. So this took some time in creating this series, but in the end, I'm happy with the result result of the painting, and also the models who were chosen to be part of the paintings are happy with how I made it. But in all, it takes much patience to create hands and also create it in a way that whoever you choose to paint their hand, they're happy that this is their hand and kind of like an image.
Now, when it comes to, because you said that you do naturalism or realism, which means that you really do have maybe, I don't want to call it rules, but a bit more of a template that you need to follow, because obviously you're trying to depict something that is actually there. It's not really per se that you're thinking of a forest and then you could depict it the way you want. You kind of have to go. If you're doing my hand, you need to showcase my hand, maybe a bit off, but my hand. So then, what are some of the limitations that you have when it comes to doing such? And then to other artists out there who maybe wanted to dive into that world, of realism and naturalism, what are some of the tips that you could give them, to, maybe just have a bit less of frustration, even though it's an art form, it's a passion you need to have, that you could just, go about it better?
I'd say be patient. Put yourself in the mood, and for me, music is one of the tools I use to put myself in that mental space and preparedness to create my artwork and enjoy it and not feel that it's so much of a burden. But if you're in a good mood and you have that passion for your artwork, and in my process of painting, I listen to some music to help me go the extra hours and have that focus, because most people would be who come in your space as an artist seeing you painting, they don't have that patience like you who's working on your project. But you have to find that patience with yourself and in your space that you can stay and finish up your artwork. So being in that mood, finding that whatever place would be a location for you where you have peace so you can work will enable you and give you that time to finish up and space and silence if that's what you need so you can finish up your work. Yeah.
And of course, well, I would have asked you any final words you have, especially to any aspiring artists out there. But I believe your final comments there could have amounted to that. Of course, Ron, I want to thank you for joining us here on DBS this morning. I want to say kudos to you and wish you all the best in this exhibition and your future endeavors, of course. And, well, DBS, well, stick with us. We'll be right back to DBS this morning.
Thank you.
Feature. This gentleman, I got wind of him, and I'm sure a lot of you got wind of him as well through social media. He was making a plea so that his daughter could represent St. Lucia at the Olympics in Paris. And well, since then they've made some progress, but it was nice to catch up with him. Omar Lawrencin. I am joined with Omar Lawrencin. I believe I got the name right. Omar, did I? Lawrencin. Okay, correct. Now we get it right. Now, Omar, some of you in Lucia may have seen the gentleman before, or maybe seen a video circulated via social media where he was reaching out, for persons to support his daughter to get into the final, to make it into it. Come on, you need to break this down for us. Because I got wind of it and I thought, oh, okay, this is interesting. And I thought you guys were based here. And I said, but who's this young lady? And there I am, and my curiosity started to pick, and I'm wondering, well, all right now. So let's see what's going on here. And then I tried to dig in a little bit more to find out more. And then that's when I shoot you that message. So I'm happy we're able to connect now. Tell me about you. Tell me about your daughter. Her name is Asia?
Yeah, Asia Lawrencin. So she's been running track since about seventh grade. And she decided in eighth grade exactly what she was going to do. It's been about a year now since, maybe a little longer, since she decided she was going to run for her dad's country of St. Lucia. And unfortunately, there was some, legal issues. I think I'm not 100% certain on local politics. However, I got my citizenship through my dad, who's originally from Soufriere, but he lives in Masqué. And because I guess I'm not able to sponsor my children, I guess, under the current law because I haven't been an official citizen for 7 years. I'm out later. So, fortunately, after that video we posted, the Minister of Sports reached out to Asia. There was a cabinet meeting, and apparently that law is being changed. So a grandparent can sponsor both their children and grandchildren, which will eliminate that issue for a lot of people. I believe there's other athletes who've reached out as well who are running into similar issues, as well as other people that were looking, obviously, to gain, citizenship. So Asia is a superstar. She's currently, well, at the time I put the post up, she was #2 in the NCAA, #10 in the world. She's only run once since then. They're saving her legs.
Okay.
And so she just this past weekend won the Big Ten championships. And so, she won, she runs the 100 hurdles as well as the 60 hurdles for indoor. And so she's a Big Ten champion for outdoor and indoor.
Wow.
And yeah, so she's doing amazing. Asia's a superstar. She has incredible work ethic. We just actually celebrated her undergraduate graduation last week. And so
not to cut through to you. Where are you guys based? In the U.S.?
So we're based here and there, but primarily she's in school in Michigan, at the University of Michigan.
Right.
I've been in the U.S. most of my life as well, but obviously we have a home there as well, so we kind of go back and forth. But and so they collected all of Asia's information already, and apparently it's being processed. We've gotten confirmation through the minister that her paperwork will be expedited, so she should be able to represent St. Lucia.
Right.
The upcoming Olympics.
Now, before that, she was representing Michigan.
Yeah,
Obviously,
she just
great achievement was on the
university in the U.S. She hadn't yet. She purposely didn't go to any of the. They have these junior events that basically assign you to a world team.
Yes.
And because she kind of knew she didn't want to represent the U.S. early on, she never went to World Juniors. She didn't go to any of those events because she would have definitely made the teams.
Right.
And so, so she kind of put that off. And so, we have been working diligently trying to get this stuff done for over a year. And thank God social media helped, you as well as everybody else who reposted it, etc. So I'm excited. I don't know, it's been a lot of people. I don't know if you are familiar with Terry Finister. I don't know exactly what he does, but I know he's kind of like an advocate for sports. He's been very helpful. He's been reaching out to people. My dad's been reaching out to people. And so, thank goodness it seems like we've gotten some, a little daylight now. So I'm not as worried, but we don't have her passport in her hand yet, and her status is still not showing St. Lucia. So when that happens, we'll be, really, really happy.
Right.
And
so
coincidentally, with the school is Alfred.
Then we can finally add another brilliant athlete to our portfolio as St. Lucia. That's the aim.
100%.
Wow.
And so she actually started out at UT, University of Texas. So she ran with Julian Alfred over there.
Oh. Okay.
And they've been friends since her freshman year in college.
Wow.
And so Asia's a superstar. She's a hard worker. And we're excited about Paris.
Wonderful. So she definitely going to Paris, but we try to decide now or try to finalize under the St. Lucian banner or under the U.S. banner. That's what we're trying to make sure.
But it's going to be the St. Lucian banner.
Okay, great.
She's already decided that. It's just a matter of paperwork. So once this is complete, then they can submit, the Minister of Sports, I believe, will submit that to World Athletics.
Right.
And then they will change her status. As soon as they change her status, she'll be automatic green light to the Olympics because she ran the Olympic standard over a month ago.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah,
this is
like her
amazing.
second event out. So
Wonderful.
now next week, well, actually in not this weekend, but the following weekend, she'll be running at the NCAA East. It's like a qualifier for NCAA championships, and so we hope that she'll be bringing home the gold.
Oh, wonderful. Now you have been, well, you have definitely set the precedent. So I know a lot of people know how to follow what's going on with this young lady and, follow up her story because it's a wonderful one. And I think St. Lucian will augur well from having this process completed where we can have her added on to our list of amazing athletes as well. But just for good measure, if you'd like to put out how we can follow everything Asia and yourself, where can we go? On Facebook?
Yeah. So either IG or Facebook. I believe Asia's at Asia Lynn. It's AASIALYN on Instagram, and or you can reach me on Omar Reigns, OMARREIGNS on Instagram as well, or my full name, Omar Lorenzen, on Facebook.
All right.
Yes.
Well, Omar, thank you so much for connecting with us, and we look forward to more great things. We're going to keep following up on that story with Asia and make sure all goes well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, St. Lucia, and we have a new exercise. Well, how should I say it? Should I say lazy exercise? Why? Because I wonder why I'm sitting. In fact, I just wonder why I'm sitting today because the exercise I'll be showing, it will be seated because I haven't got no stamina recovery because some people haven't brought my stamina for me as yet. Some people haven't brought my stamina for me as yet. I'm not calling no names, blue waters. Anyway, but just joking, guys. The exercises I'm going to show today are for people that home on a wheelchair that cannot move, or if you're too tired, you work late night shift or you just want to sit down to watch DBS in the morning, we're going to work out while we're sitting down. Again, with our blue waters, whilst we're sitting, get your waters in your hand. And the good thing about blue waters is when you get tired, you can just drink it. So, you sit down, guys, chest out. The first exercise we're going to do, side raises. So you're comfortable in your chair, watching DBS right now, and we're going to raise your arms. Wave the water. Right? Don't mind it's just water. From the time you control it, you're going to get the workout you want. Make sure it's shoulder height. Maintain a slight bend in your elbow. 5, 6, take your time. 7, and 8. That's excellent set now. You see that small bottle blue water for me? That's not enough weight for me. I'll go bigger. So if you can manage the bigger one, the 1.5, it's better. More weight, more water to drink. Good. So remember, whatever I'm showing you, I'm just showing you the first part of it. Depends again if you want to build. You can do 4 or 5 sets of 6. If you want to tone, you want to do 4 or 5 sets of 8 to 10 to 12. And if you want to cut, 10 to 12 to 15 reps. Good. The second exercise, we're still sitting down enjoying DBS morning, and then you go in front raises. So from the side of your chair, you go up and you turn it down like you pour in a cup of water or a cup of tea, and bring it back down straight. 1, twist. 2, twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, that's 2 exercises that can be done while sitting. Now the third one, still seated in your chair, you want to bend forward, you close your legs a bit, and you're going to bend over, and you're going to pull to your side, like you hold elbow, somebody coming at the side of you, you're going to elbow them. 1, 2, keep your head ahead. 3, ensure your back is flat. 4, 5, 6, don't fall off the chair. 7, and 8. Oh, I felt that in my back. Excellent. Good. Again, That's 3 exercises that can be done. We're going to strengthen the shoulder. So you're going to hold 1 bottle of water by your area. Realize there's a slight bend in my arm, so I'm not just keeping it straight to put pressure on the shoulder. It's slightly bent. And I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the next side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Again, when you finish your 2, 3, 4 sets, the next exercise you're going to do, you still have it up there and alternate. And do it as fast as you can. When you go up, by the time you're coming down, the next arm supposed to be passing each other. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whew. I don't know about you, but that's tiring because 1, I drink my stamina yet. Blue waters, I want my stamina. Anyway, so guys, that's how many? 4, 5 exercises. But blue water's getting licks today, not my fault. Sorry. So you're going to bend as low as you can. Now I suspect I'm going to fall long. But as low as you can, and then you're going to spread your wings out wide. Keep it shoulder height. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. And the last exercise again, one of them you can do, there's more, but the last but not least, what you can do while sitting, you're going to do arm raises, bicep curls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So excellent. So St. Lucia, seated, watching DBS on your morning throughout the day. That's exercises that can be executed at home. Easy, effective exercises. Stay fit and focused. Blue Waters, I love you. You have my back. They bring my water for me. I want my stamina.
That is our show for this awesome Tuesday. Go on out and be great. Have a wonderful day. Be mindful of each other. Patience, oh gosh, already patience. And humility. You know, gratitude is also a word that comes to mind. When, you know, life is just what it is. We are just here on borrowed time. Go on out and be good to each other today. All right, let's do this again tomorrow.